Good evening, everyone. Thank you so much for being here and being so committed to your business to show up on this Zoom tonight and every Tuesday night for our business training. We're here to help you grow your business and move the needle in your business with some tips and stories and education. So thank you for being here. My name is Sonia Magruder. I'm a 4-star crown with Purium, and I have been with the company for a little over 11 years. And it's been the most amazing ride of my life. It's been the best career move that I ever made. And I'm very fortunate because it kind of fell into my lap. I just wanted to feel better and drop some weight. And here I am. The rest is history. So anyway, I'm so happy that all of you are here. I want to go over a few little housekeeping things about convention before we get into the feature presentation. So convention housekeeping, there are lots of extra 5-pack tickets available. That's where you get a price break. And owners of 5-pack tickets, be sure to get them assigned by sharing the special link you were given through puriumevents.com. Now, if you don't have a convention ticket yet, and I hope you do, but if you don't, before you buy one through the website, ask your upline enroller and your team if there's a way to earn a ticket. Some of the leaders are doing incentives, or purchase a ticket through them because they may have the super discounted tickets that came out right at the beginning. So if you have your convention ticket already, drop a 1 in the chat if you've already gotten your convention ticket. Awesome. Lots of ones. We're going to have a blast in Scottsdale. So just the couple of housekeeping things that Amy wanted me to cover is hotel rooms. You have to reserve your room through puriumevents.com. Only through that. That way you get that incredible rate. It's, I think, $169 a night. That is lower than a Hampton Inn price. And this is a gorgeous, luxurious resort that this is going to be at. So you want to get that rate. You have to do it through puriumevents.com. That's the only way you're going to get that rate. And Amy wanted to say, thank you for your patience because the hotel's been a little bit slow in providing confirmation numbers. Remember, your credit card is not charged immediately. The hotel runs it when they create the confirmation code. And then just one other quick thing, dress code. Yes, it's a resort, but we're there for business. So we want to dress for success, like a business casual situation. That means no pool wear, flip-flops, bathing suits, or cover-ups. None of you would do that anyway, but just saying it just in case. And also many people will be recording videos and taking photos to promote their business and success. So it's important to ensure that everything, the image that we have, is professional. Now, one other thing I want to mention is product education call tomorrow night, Wednesday, 7 p.m. Eastern, 4 p.m. Pacific. Do not miss it. Invite tons of people to this because it's going to be a continuation of the Women's Health Series, and it's going to be on perimenopause and menopause, something near and dear to my heart. So make sure you invite lots of people to that. It's going to be very, very educational, inspiring. They're going to want to get on board with products. Invite guests, invite your prospects to hear this because it's something that's top of mind with so many women and the men in their lives too, because it impacts them too. So I'm going to tell you a little bit about what we're going to talk about tonight. I'm going to do my screen share here first. So give me just a second to do that and bring up my deck. And it is truly one of my favorite topics. So I can't see any of you now, and I can't see the chat. So there's something weird with the setting, just so you know. So I can't, unfortunately, see what you're saying in the chat or see any of your beautiful faces right now. All I can see is the deck. But what we're going to be talking about is what we all want is to grow our business, right? And how do we do that? What is the fastest way and the most efficient way to grow our business? Is it by ourselves? No, obviously not. It's recruiting and then getting duplication of the new brand partners that we recruit and focusing on that. We've heard Amy say so many times recently, she's done a lot of these training calls, and she says, where focus goes, energy flows. We've all heard that saying, but it's so true. When we have a singular focus on something, we move the needle. So we want to focus on enrolling new motivated brand partners, helping them to duplicate and grow, which in turn helps our business grow. Do we want to be a manager of a whole bunch of followers? Or do we want to find brand partners who have excitement, who have motivation, inspiration, who want to help people, who want to build their own business, who can potentially become leaders and then be a leader of leaders? That's the holy grail in this business, becoming a leader of leaders. That's how you get leverage. That's how you get the residual income. That's how you grow. And you're going to hear the word leverage a lot tonight. So why is enrolling so important? There's so many reasons. We almost everybody, I think, who comes into this business or is in this business always says, I just want to help people. I love helping people. And it's true. We all do. We know these products help people in profound ways. If we have other people doing this with us, we can help a heck of a lot more people. How many packs can we sell ourselves? But when we have a little group, a little posse or an army doing it with us, if it's important to us to help people, then we need to get a bunch of brand partners so we can help more. We can also help a lot more people achieve financial freedom. And same thing, this business has made life-changing things happen for people because of this business, like literally total change in quality of life for so many people. And I've got some little inspirational stories that I'm sprinkled through here just on the slides that will show that give you an example of those. Customers don't duplicate volume. Brand partners do. Customers are important. We want to have customers. We are golden when it comes to having a high ratio of customers compared to brand partners as far as that, with FTC or anything like that. We have so many customers and we love that because customers use products, but brand partners are customers too. They're consuming products as well. But again, customers, they can send you referrals, but they're not going to duplicate volume like brand partners will. And that is how we grow our business. If we don't keep in prospecting and enrolling new brand partners personally, all of us, our business will probably decline. At the very best case scenario, it'll flatten out. It'll just, it'll just sit there flat, but it's not going to grow. So we want our business to continue to grow. And we want to also outpace attrition because in every business there's attrition. So we want to get those new excited people. And we want to help Amy and Dave further their mission. That is part of why, probably the biggest part of why this company is so special, because of Dave and Amy, because of their mindset, their being so service oriented, being so heart centered, having that mission of helping people move the needle in their health and giving them the vehicle to do it with. So we want to help them because we want to grow this company exponentially because it's so special. It's a gem. It's really something to be valued. So what's in it for you? That matters, right? Well, you want to build wealth and residual leveraged income. There's that word leverage again. You can build a nice income, just getting a customer base, just having customers. You can have an income. It'll be residual too because it's consumable products. But residual and leveraged is the magic. That's what gives you the freedom. That's what gives you the ability to go to sleep and wake up and you made money while you were sleeping. How about what's in it for you saying goodbye to structure stress? You're going to hear a structure stress story a little bit later. Drop it too in the chat if you have structure stress in your business right now. And I bet a lot of you, even though I can't see it, I bet a lot of you are putting a 2 in the chat. And financial and time freedom. And trust me, we've all been there with the structure stress. So this is the antidote to structure stress. Okay, so what is leverage? I've told you we're going to use that word a lot. I have people when I'm talking to potential brand partners, when I'm prospecting, and I say it's a residual and leveraged income. That's next level versus trading time for money, trading our hours for dollars. And I get that question a lot. And they say, what do you mean by leveraged income? What do you mean by leverage? So I wanted to give a visual here of what leverage is. So there's you on the left, one person, say you're putting in 10 hours a week. You're maybe working a full-time job or a full-time traditional business and you're putting in 10 hours a week in Purium. So that's 10 hours of effort going towards your Purium business to build your business, 10 hours a week. Now look on the right. Now you have 5 motivated brand partners and they're each putting in 10 hours a week. on their Purian business. So what do you have now? You have 60 hours of effort, but only 10 of those hours are yours. Where can you go? What business can you have? Where could you work where you've got 60 hours of effort, but you're only doing 10 hours of that effort? And they're not employees. You're not having to pay all the employee taxes and do all the things that come with having an employee. It's volunteer army. We're all independent contractors. So I'm hoping that that illustration helps. If somebody ever asks you, what do you mean by leveraged income? Take a picture of this and show it. You can show it to them. You can make your own, something similar. So how does leverage help us? What is the end result of a leveraged income? Well, here's an example right here. Melissa Hansen says, this business has allowed me to be there for my family when they needed me most. It's also allowed me to retire my hubby so we can travel the world. And if you follow Melissa, they have been traveling to some beautiful places. They're about to do that again. They do it multiple times a year because of the freedom that they have from this business, because of the leverage. And to just kind of give some perspective, Doug and I, we have in our downline over 70,000 people. That's leverage. We didn't do that by ourselves. Could I get 70,000 people in? No way. So it's finding these motivated brand partners who will get into their network. That's why this is so important, so that you can build leverage and do something like this. Be there for your family. If there's an emergency or a health journey that somebody's on, travel, retire your spouse, whatever your why is, this can help you get there. So I want to give you some business recruiting mindset tips. Before we started recording, I said this is going to be high level on personal prospecting, enrolling, and recruiting, and a smorgasbord of tips. And then the treat of Sandy coming on a little bit later. First of all, do you have a monthly enrollment goal? I want you to drop a 3 in the chat if you have every single month have a monthly enrollment goal. Drop a 4 if you don't. There's no shame here. We just want to kind of shed some light on this. If you don't have a goal, you don't know what activities to do to get there. You don't spring into action without having an end goal, a monthly goal. So that's one thing. You should always have a monthly goal and ongoing recruiting sprint. So we do recruiting sprees, right? We'll do like a 90-day run or whatever it is, but how about an ongoing? How about having that top of mind where it's an ongoing recruiting drive? We're always looking, we're always being talent scouts, finding that next person who we can help to change their life to have something like what you saw on the previous slide, the freedom, the travel, whatever it is they want. And they can also in turn help us grow our business. That's the beauty of this business. It's always win-win. How about more business-focused social media posts? Yes, we love posting about products because we have like phenomenal products. We've got best-in-class products. So of course we love talking about the products. And mind you, a lot of customers become brand partners. They start with the products. But more business-focused on social media, because there may be someone out there who is looking for what we have, for what you have. You might resonate with them, or they may resonate with you and think, wow, I love how, she's talking about this time freedom and how she's done this and how she has this office of the day. So more business focused social media posts, monthly mini marathons, but with a business focus. How many times have we done mini marathons and maybe they weren't necessarily calling about the opportunity? Might have been more about the products. A reach out goal every day, a consistent reach out goal every day. What if you had a goal of, I'm going to start 3 new conversations today or 5 new conversations, however many conversations, but doing it every single day. You know how you hear about being consistent on social media? Like do 1 reel a day or 2 reels a day consistently, you're going to grow your following. Same thing with this. How about a reach out goal every single day? And I remember the story of this guy who became very big in network marketing, and he was getting frustrated and he was talking to his mentor, and his mentor's like, stop whining. You're not talking to enough people. And he said, take I think it was 10 paper clips or something, put them in one pocket every day. And every time you talk to someone, put that paper clip in your other pocket until all the paper clips are in the other pocket, and do that every day. And he said, I don't want you to do 9 one day and 11 the next day. It's 10 every day. So whatever that number is for you, it may be 10, it may not be 10. If it's 2, 3, 4, do it every single day. Start conversations. And I'm going to get into some tips on that, on conversations. Lifestyle recruiting conversations. Michelle and Sam Boersma are like the king and queen of this. Lifestyle recruiting conversations. Poor Michelle cannot get a massage without talking to the massage therapist about this business because she's so passionate about it. But they have started so many conversations and built so many relationships just by being out and about, just starting a conversation, making a comment on something, a compliment or whatever it might be, and just getting into conversation with people, being friendly, making eye contact. Join a networking group, another way to have more exposures, get known in your community. And I'll have a little tip on that too. And follow up. Follow up is so important. Joel Calandrilla always says the fortune's in the follow up. It's so true. It's our job to follow up. It's not the prospect's job to follow up with us. So if we've reached out, we don't hear from them, that's okay. They're busy. Do we want to earn their business? It's up to us to follow up with them and keep track of our follow-ups. And share business stories, because stories are compelling. Stories show what's possible, and don't prejudge successful people. That's probably the biggest prejudge that happens, is people that are successful. And you might think, oh, why would they do this? They make so much money already. They have a great position, title. They have pain points too. Get to know them. Get to know them, take an interest, listen, and you're going to hear some pain points. And if it's not them, they may know someone, their circle is successful people. So they may have great referrals for you if it's not for them. This was something that Eric said to me early on. And I was one of those, I'm not bragging, but I'm just going to say I was one of those successful people at the surface. When you looked at, oh, wow, making a great multiple 6-figure income, top realtor in my market, always busy, but I did have a lot of pain points. And Eric said this, he said, everyone should have residual income in their portfolio. When he said that, I was like, dang, he's right. I don't have residual income in my portfolio. You know, successful people like the word portfolio. Eric knew what he was doing when he said that. That just hit a button with me. I use that now. I say that now all the time. I might even say everyone should have residual and leveraged income in their portfolio. When I say it to someone who is a successful person, or even anybody, but successful people, they resonate with that word portfolio banking, portfolio wealth, that kind of thing. They get quiet and they're thinking. I can tell they're thinking when I say that. And I'll say, you know, my cousin, that's who I found out about this from. And when he said to me, everyone should have residual income in their portfolio, it really got me thinking, because it's what I didn't have. Or I'll just come out and say it to them like it's mine. But save that one. It's really good. Okay, so how can we help people? These are some ways that we can help people with this opportunity. These are examples of pain points that this business can help with. And I'm using these because I'm prospecting all the time. I'm talking to people all the time. I'm getting into conversations all the time. These are recent conversations I've had. So these are real life situations. I just got this amazing massage last week. This woman is like super gifted, just incredible. And I said to her, you know, I said, you're so good. Like, I'm so glad my chiropractor referred me to her. I said, I'm so glad my doctor referred me to you, because you just have this gift. And I'm happy to refer people to you too. But you're probably so busy, you probably don't even need referrals. I'm guessing like you're booked solid. She says, no, actually, I'm not, because once people start feeling better, they stop coming to me. There's no residual. And there's attrition. So in every business, there's attrition. So she's trading time for money. I've talked to her about this opportunity. She's familiar with network marketing. She's very interested, and we have a follow-up appointment. So there was a pain point that was uncovered just by saying, I want to refer people to you, but wait a minute, you're probably too busy. Just by saying that. A hairdresser, Kelly Riston says this all the time. You're not behind the chair, you're not getting paid. Trading time for money. That's a perfect example. Personal trainer, had this happen recently with someone who's a personal trainer. Oh man, my clients canceled. I had 3 clients canceled this week. I'm not getting paid. I'm not getting paid what I thought I was going to get paid. I was counting on that money. There's another pain point. This is where Purium, this opportunity, can fill in the gaps. So I want you to really think of how we can help people like this, how we can find their pain points only by getting into conversations and taking an interest. Another one, corporate job, confined to an office, tired of being confined to an office, long daily commute, longs for location freedom and travel. And this is actually someone who, an amazing, extremely successful person that I just talked to yesterday, a happy customer of one of our new brand partners. And this person just upgraded to be a brand partner because she loves the idea of potentially having time freedom and location freedom. And then another one, these are scenarios to think about. You know how we have the memory jogger for people? These are other things that could be on there. Becoming empty nesters. This was a real conversation. My husband wants me to get out of the grind so we can travel more, but I still want to be productive. I don't want to stop working. This is someone with an extremely high profile job. And that was what came out of the conversation. And now they're extremely interested in doing this business. Now, again, how does this business help people? Very similar to what Melissa said. This is Michelle Borisma, one of our amazing team leaders in 2 Star Crown. This business has given me true freedom to travel the world, to take care of my family when they needed me the most. She had, that situation with her dad, his health journey, to help change the lives of others, all while I make a very lucrative residual income, a dream come true. So it really mirrors what Melissa said. And you know how we say like attracts like? Christine Roseberry, similar story, who is Michelle's upline, and then Melissa, and then me. So we're getting a lot of these people with these situations that want to have the freedom, want to take care of family, want to retire the hubby. Okay, so I mentioned conversations. Conversations are the key to everything. You have to have conversations. You have to listen to people. Starting a conversation, like the lifestyle conversations that we talked about that Michelle and Sam do so often, and we all do. Give a sincere compliment. You're standing in line, maybe at a coffee shop or something. Oh my gosh, I love your boots. Where did you get those? Those are so cute. And then you just start a conversation. Do you come here? Is this your favorite coffee shop that you come to? I love this place. Oh yeah, I come here all the time. Do you work right by here? You must work close by. Yeah, right around the corner. What do you do? And then it comes to, so what do you do? And I'm going to talk about sharing a business card in just a minute in situations like this. So draw people out, be friendly, build relationships, build trust. Don't make assumptions. Don't assume. Ask questions and validate their feelings. The reason I have that in bold is I want to share a little story, a little mini story. And it ties in with someone who followed me online, and I acknowledged it and asked, how they found me and all that. Anyway, it's a doctor, and just got into a conversation and on Messenger. I didn't have his phone number at that time or anything, but it was just, this was total cold, starting cold. So I asked, after asking all these other questions and really taking interest, so do you incorporate nutrition? And this person sent me something like, oh yeah, here's it's a list of things. And it said, none of the products are MLM or pyramid. So could I assume that this person hates network marketing? I could assume that, especially that word pyramid was in there. People sometimes think that's what this is called. So I asked, continued the conversation more. And I said, by the way, I'm just curious, are you completely opposed to products that are sold through the network marketing model? Because I saw that thing that you had. No, I'm not at all. No, I've been in them before. So what happened? Take an interest, ask the question. I got really disenchanted. I joined a company, and then next thing I know, there was a product and it had terrible ingredients, but everybody was all raw and all for it. And it was supposed to be all holistic. And I just got turned off. I just didn't feel like it was congruent. There wasn't integrity there. This person now has become a customer, is blown away by our products, and is upgrading to be a brand partner and excited to share it. So instead of assuming, ask questions. And when someone gives you the answer, validate their feelings. When they said, I was turned off the ingredients, I said, I completely can understand why. It shows your integrity. I really appreciate that. Validate them. Listen for the pain points. The gold nuggets happen. The gold is when they're talking, not when we're talking. And again, when someone follows you on social media, acknowledge it. Or if they make a nice comment on your post, go to direct message or messenger and acknowledge, start the conversation. Thanks for following me. I'm just curious. How did you find me? Just get it going. And in that situation too, because I ended up with that person, I have been on the phone with him multiple times now, but when the conversation gets going and you've really got rapport established, get offline, get on the phone as quickly as possible. Or if you're in the local area, meet up for coffee or something. Don't keep it on text or messenger. That'll take forever. Okay, real quick on using business cards. And I had my card. I forgot to have it over here. I wanted to show it. But your business card, if you have a business card, like say that cafe scenario, oh, you work around here, what do you do? And they're like, so what do you do? Well, here's my card. Your card speaks for you. Your card says what you do. So mine says nutrition coach. And people will look at that and, oh, cool. Or organic nutrition, whatever you want to put on there. So it's a way to tell people what you do right away and hook them in, get them interested, because so many people are interested in nutrition and organic food and things like that now. So I like the old school cards and versus, the digital. It's a preference thing. One's not better than the other. That's just me. I like the old school. I have my cards made in thick cardstock. I suggest don't go cheap on cards. Get a thicker cardstock that doesn't really bend easily. And I have a red edge along all the way around the edge of my card, which matches my name on the card is in that same color. So whenever I hand my card to someone, they say, oh, wow, that's a really nice card. They're less likely to throw it away. They're more likely to keep it. Always use QR codes. People are into QR codes now, especially since COVID. All the menus were QR codes. So people are used to using them and they love them. It could be a video of you introducing yourself. It could be your permalink. It could be a video of Dave. It could be so many different things that it could go to. I have 2 QR codes on mine. One thing I learned the hard way that I've learned my lesson, always use a dynamic QR code. That means that if you want to change what that QR code goes to, maybe right now it's your permalink, but now you made a really cool video and you want to change it to that, you can change the URL that it goes to. So make sure you do dynamic. Flowcode.com is what I use now. Always have your social media on there. And another quick story, the Let's Get Together for Coffee story. Here's my card. My neighbor across the street has her house for sale. She's a realtor and has her house for sale listed. And I saw her in the yard the other day and just said hi. I was actually driving by and I had my window down and I said, hey, I just want to say hi. I went in your open house. There was another realtor doing the open house for her. I said, I went in your open house the other day. I just wanted to see it. It's beautiful what you've done to it, because I may have friends, you never know, who want to move to this area. And she's like, oh, thank you so much. And I said, we should get together for coffee sometime, because I had talked to her one other time before. And she's like, yeah, I would love that. And I said, here's my card. Handed it through the car window. Here's my card so you have my number. I mean, we're right across the street from each other, but still, here's my card so you have my number. She looked at it and she's like, oh my gosh, I love that. I said, yeah, that's what I do now. By the way, I was a realtor for almost 20 years and I've transitioned to this. And I kind of learned through the years that I wanted to diversify my income and not keep all my eggs in one basket, if you know what I mean. She's like, oh my gosh, I know exactly what you mean. So we're going to meet up for coffee. She's interested in learning more. I'm sure she's got a ton of pain points. So that card, and always still connect with people on social media. Follow each other on social media, because that is the nurture process. That's a drip process. Now they're following you. You're being consistent. Now they know, they're learning, they're getting to know you and what you're about. Okay, networking groups. Another avenue to meet more people. show up consistently. But I'm not going to tell you all about networking groups tonight. I'm just going to give you a couple tips. Take a picture of this on how to ask for a business referral. If you're in networking groups, or you're going to be, how to ask for a business referral. So how it works with the networking group, there's a bunch of people sitting around a table, and then either at the beginning or the end, each person stands up and gives a 30-second to 1 minute elevator pitch, so to speak. And part of that is always a perfect referral for me would be, they always want you to say, what would a perfect referral be for you? And Leslie has taught us, we lead with products in networking groups because the other people are there to promote their businesses. So we want to be respectful of that. But I found a way, I found a workaround, and this is what it is. So, and you can say you're going to be there every week or every other week. You can say a different thing every time. You can do product 1 week, business 1 week. But I'll say, great referral for me is someone who has a built-in client base for nutrition products, like a chiropractor, health coach, acupuncturist, personal trainer, massage therapist. Somebody like that would be a perfect referral, and I would love to meet them. If you know someone like that, just put us in a 3-way text and introduce us. That's one. Now, we don't want them to think that it always has to be a health professional. So the other one is, a great referral for me is someone who wants to bring in additional income, and they can make it in very part-time hours. Then you share a business win. In fact, a new brand partner joined my team last month, and I was able to help her earn $1,500 just in bonuses. And I'm looking for other motivated people to mentor and do the same thing. So that's how you ask for a business referral in a networking group. You can do one-on-ones with people. With the people in the group, you're not overtly pitching them, but once you do a one-on-one, they're going to learn about your business and what you do, and they are going to learn about the opportunity, and they may be the person that wants to build a secondary income. Okay, and here's just some verbiage. And the person I told you, the super high profile job, empty nester, husband wants her to get out of the grind. She wants to still be productive. I said, you know what? I think you'd be great at what I do. Have you ever thought about that? And yes, wow, yeah, I think that would be really cool. I'd like to talk to you more about that. That's what happened there. And that's in process. You're one of the sharpest people I know. What are your thoughts on diversifying income? Is that something you've ever thought about? Really want to get people thinking. Again, not keeping all the eggs in one basket, diversifying. A product situation. I use this a lot. There's a business opportunity here too. It may be something that you might want to look at. Or Leslie's favorite that she likes to use, this opportunity may or may not be for you, but you just might know someone who would be perfect for it or who could really benefit from it. So take a picture of that, and I think these slides will be available later anyway, but those are some easy ways you can just get right into the conversation. Okay, here's a quote by me. The close happens when the prospect is talking, not when we are talking. Did you know that? That's when the close happens, when the prospect's talking. And I'm going to tell you why that is. It's all about listening, and listening for the buy signals. That's where we hear the close. They are closing themselves. All we have to do is do the sale at the end. They're doing the close. So here are some buy signals. How does the training work? What kind of training am I going to get? How do I make the bonuses? Okay, how do I make money with this? Those are all buy signals. They're already in. They just want to know the details. Answer all the questions, however many questions they have, just keep answering them. And then ask, so what other questions can I answer for you? What other questions do you have? They're either going to say, none, you've covered it all. Your response, great. Let's go ahead and get you started, and you'll be able to start sharing and making those bonuses right away. Or they may say, none, how do I get started? Response, we're going to do that right now. What's your shipping address? Do they need more info? And maybe they're not ready right at that moment. They might say, I don't have any more questions, but I kind of want to get a little bit more info. I want to do a little research or whatever. Give them what they want, but always, always schedule the follow-up before getting off the phone. Do not let that call or that Zoom end before you schedule the next follow-up. That way they're anticipating it. They have a time frame that they have to review this additional information that you're sending them. It's not open-ended because they could forget about it and get busy or whatever. No, they have an appointment with you. Oh, here's another quick, and I'm going to try to speed this up because let me just see what the next. Okay, Sandy's next. Yay. Quick thing. If you've ever had someone that seemed very interested, they booked an appointment with you, and then they were a no-show or they canceled at the last minute, it happens. We're not going to make them feel bad or anything, but here's what I do, because words are powerful. Here's a little trick that I use. I say, hey, I'm so sorry that we weren't able to connect. I know sometimes things come up. Let's reschedule and let me know, is this or this time good for you? Give them a couple of options. Let me know which works for you, and I'll reserve that time for you. When you use the word reserve, they take it a little bit more seriously. I find that they don't break that appointment. It's like they're making a reservation with you. So I will reserve, in other words, I'm going to reserve my valuable time for you. So you better darn well show up. We're not saying that, but that's the thought. Okay. Sandy, I'm so excited to bring Sandy on. Sandy is an amazing leader on our team, and she is a total Purium OG. She's been with Purium for about 10 years. She's a black diamond and a very mature, very savvy, business savvy woman. She and her husband have a traditional business. They still do. And she's building Purium on the side of that. And she's going to talk about a story, a case study of relaunching with new brand partners and duplication. So Sandy, welcome. Wish I could see your gorgeous face, but the Zoom setting is very weird.
Hi, so, thank you so much.
Thank you so much for joining me tonight, Sandy. This case study or this story about what you have done in the past 4 months is so inspiring. And I know there's probably so many people on here who do have structure stress. It's a thing. And maybe who want to relaunch their business and breathe new life into their business. So share a little bit about what has transpired the last 4 months.
Okay, so of course, Sonia, you and I have been together for about 10 years, and you know that I have had structure stress, in the colored diamond range. It's like, it's just going to happen. And so it was inevitable. I needed to do a relaunch, and I have to be honest, and you might not like me admitting this, but I am not a high volume recruiter, and you've always, helped me. So I have to give you credit for sticking with me and really coaching with me, helping me have that mindset shift, because we can't do this alone. The leverage is only going to work if you have other people to leverage with you. And so it's been amazing. I did launch in January. Seeing those numbers, who doesn't love being in the green? When you look in your back office and you see those green numbers, and then to see them more than double in the past 4 months has just been really amazing. So when I did relaunch, I did develop two brand new legs. And, it's really fun when you're working with excited, new, motivated, coachable people. And I have to say, I couldn't have done it without these two amazing legs. I mean, they just came on in 1 month. They enrolled 12 brand partners. So we have new people enrolling new people, and so the onboarding, the training, keeping it simple so as not to overwhelm, not to make it too difficult, because it can be. And another thing I'll be honest with you about, I didn't realize the promo points flowed up. And so when I looked in the back office and I'm figuring out all of these new things, because like you said, I'm from the old school, and all of this is really new, and learning it as I go with all of the new things has been amazing. So 12,000 points flowed up from the promos. And this happened because of everyone really being excited, doing their widen your reach, your share because you care. And when you think about the effort and the exposure that you get with 12,000 points actually equate to, which is a lot. It's like 400 exposures on social media. It's gaining momentum and people are getting excited. And also one of my brand partners was because of my doing a share because you care. So there is benefits to doing it. It does help to catapult your business. But at the same time, you want to balance that with sharing the products, getting those sales, We had amazing retention with the 90-day subscription. People, not everyone did the transformation now, but those that did it are doing amazing with it. And, you know, taking advantage of all of the different aspects that Purium has available to us, you succeed when you just follow the simple steps and simple plans. It really happens. It's amazing.
Yeah. And you're amazing. I mean, I'm so blown away by your leadership, your mentorship with your team, how you reverse engineer everything. You have that numbers brain, and it's just been awesome. All the fast start achievers, directors, executives, new diamond. I mean, just it completely changed the complexion of your business. And this would not have happened if Sandy had not enrolled new brand partners, and she's still enrolling new brand partners. She always, Sandy, you always say, and Leslie says, it's you want to have 6 legs, 6 diamond legs is the goal, to really have stability in your business, because life happens and things happen, and sometimes people fall out just because they may not have the ability or the determination or the resilience to go the distance. Not everybody does, but the more people we get in, we find those people who do. So Sandy, I'm going to go to the next page on how you keep it simple when you're onboarding new brand partners and you don't overwhelm them, because there's a lot with Purium. There's a lot going on.
There's a lot, and it's not necessary to, and some people are hungry and they're going to jump into their back office. They're going to go into puriumbusiness.com. They're going to ask you those questions, and you'll be forced to address those with new brand partners, because you want to give it to them when they're ready for it. And if they're asking, they're ready. But at the same time, some people are not. It is overwhelming. So taking them through the simple steps, always starting the month off with the action declaration. That way you can help develop their why, help them to create their list so that they can continue to prospect. I have to be honest about widen your reach and share because you care. I did make slides, make videos, send them to them, make it as easy as possible for those in the beginning. You will have some people that just, you know, don't want to do it. Mm-hmm. And so trying to motivate them, making it fun. And we did do some incentive contest. You know, when the team would do all of their promos, those names would go into a draw. And once a week, the first month, we did a $100 winner every week for those that finished all of their promos. So that was a lot of fun. And now we're looking at having a contest on who can make the most creative videos. And so just keeping it fun, keeping them engaged, and, you know, just the same things that you said when you're prospecting. When those people come in, you want to continue to be that same interested listening person. So you want to listen, you want to be available to help them reach their goals and go over the things that they're ready for when they're ready.
Yeah, exactly. And Sandy, you did something similar. She did something similar to what we have on the boards app. There's Share Because You Care, reels, static posts that you can use for business and for product. They're all in boards under Fresh and New, and then Share Because You Care. Sandy made custom ones for her team. So either way is great, because like she said, one of her Share Because You Care posts resulted in one of her new brand partners. So how cool is that? So Sandy, thank you so much. We're going to move along because of time, but thank you don't go away, but thank you for sharing all this. It's so impressive. And I think it's so inspiring for people to see that, yeah, you can relaunch at any time. Just make sure you're personally prospecting yourself, personally prospecting and enrolling. Otherwise, it's going to just still remain stagnant. So now here's another case study. This was our team enrollment campaign that we did as an entire team starting at the beginning of the year. It's really amazing how powerful it is when you have a big group of people working together towards a common goal. There's a lot of camaraderie in that. There's just a lot of energy. It's the where focus goes, energy flows thing again. So we made a goal, 3 brand partners per month, per brand partner, 3 new brand partner enrollments per month per brand partner. That was the goal. Not everybody did it, but a whole lot of people did 2, did 1, did more than they had ever done before. So it was repetition, repetition, repetition. Every Wednesday, our mastermind call, we talked about this, gave an update. Here's where we're at. Everybody was part of this, with seeing where it was going, how we were growing, how we were improving over the previous month, and then lots of recognition. It is critical if you ever do anything like this, and I know a lot of the leaders here are already doing things like this, the leaders must lead by example. We cannot be managers. We can't ask our team to do things that we're not willing to do ourselves. We have to lead from the front and be the ones out there. Why wouldn't we? We want to benefit our business, grow our personal business too. So, and it takes about 90 days to get traction. I'm going to show you a chart on the next page. You'll see the trajectory of it. What we did was weekly cash drawings. Anyone who enrolls a brand, we're still doing it. Anyone who enrolls a brand partner previous week gets in the drawing, wins $50. We pick 3 or 4 people. There's always people enrolling now. And we announced that on our team mastermind Zoom. And guess what? You're getting $50 and you're getting recognition, and you must be present on the call to win. So it's a combo platter. You're going to be on the mastermind and you're going to hear the whole thing because we announce them at the end. We want people to get the value of this amazing mastermind that we do. Monthly drawing, everyone who enrolls 3 brand partners gets their name in a drawing, and there's a pot of cash, and we pick a winner for that. So somebody wins a monthly amount of cash every month. And then we have a team captain. The team captain, we have several team captains. So also kind of had little generals down the line doing this. So the team captain who has the most brand partner enrollments for their team gets a matching amount of what's in that pot of money. And Sandy was the most recent winning team captain with 12 new brand partners on her team. And she won a nice amount of money. And she uses that, she pays it forward to her team. She mentioned that when she was doing the drawing for the Widen Your Reach and Share Because You Care, that $100, she just takes the money that she wins and she just recycles it with her team, pays it forward. So what were the results? Obviously, growth in volume. And when you look at this chart, growth in enrollments, growth in enrollments equals growth in volume. There is a direct correlation. So this was the first month we did it. It was 90 days in now. This was the first month, way more than that previous month. The back office doesn't show the previous month, but it was way higher than the previous month before we started this. Next month, little increase. Third month, I said 90 days to get traction. Look at the difference. It exploded. This was where the explosion happened. And some more benefits of this, duplication of an enrollment focus, of an enrollment mindset. It's created a mindset throughout our team. That's what's duplicated. More fast start, rank advancements, bigger checks, obviously. New excited people, way more fun than dragging people. We don't want to drag anybody. We want them to want this more than we want it for them. New excited people also inspire others to re-engage. Also create some FOMO, maybe some friendly competition. And we're continuing this focus every single month. So this is not just going to stop at 3 months. It's not a 3-month thing. It's an every top of mind, every day, every week, every month thing that we're doing, campaign. So final thoughts. I heard this quote recently and I really loved it. I actually saw it on a video. And this guy said, he was being interviewed by someone. He's a multimillionaire entrepreneur, and this other guy was interviewing him. And he goes, "What is the favorite quote, like the most important quote that you've heard?" And he said, "The magic you're looking for is in the work you're avoiding. The magic you're looking for is in the work you're avoiding." Are you avoiding leading with the business? Are you avoiding having those business conversations? Do you have fear? Is fear stopping you from talking to that person that you want to bring it up, but you're worried what they're going to think about you? Or maybe going on social media about the business, but you're worried, fear of judgment, all those fears that Leslie talks about. And I want to share one more testimonial, one more inspiring story. I got it late, so I didn't have time to put it on the slide. But it's from Christine Roseberry. She's in Italy, and she's one of our crowns. She said, "This business has been transformational for me in every sense of the word. It's upgraded the quality of my life and health, opening up doors of freedom in ways I never knew possible. And the personal development I've had in the process has given me the wings that I never knew I had to fly. I'm extremely grateful for this life-changing opportunity." So we never want our fear of judgment, failure, rejection, whatever it might be, discomfort. It's out of our comfort zone, maybe to talk about the business. We never want our fear to stop us or rob someone else of this opportunity. You know, Christine Roseberry, she found out about Purium from Melissa Hansen. Melissa was on vacation. Melissa and Justin were on vacation in Italy. And Melissa doesn't turn her business off when she goes on vacation. They were at a pizza party and Melissa said, "You would be great at this. You should do what I do. You should look at," and she was on her phone and she's like, "Hey, I'm not like just scrolling. I'm actually talking to my team. I have this great location independent business." That's how Christine found out about this. If Melissa was worried, like, "Oh, I'm at a party and it might look weird if I bring it up," Christine would have potentially been robbed of this opportunity of what I just read, what she just said happened to her by being in this business. So we want to think about the other person, think outward. And I want to show you, I'm going to play this little video and hopefully it's going to work. Maybe turn your volume down. It's really loud. It's Formula One. So I don't want to like shock anybody, but just watch this video. Do you see what these guys did? How many guys are there? Took about 3 seconds for that crew to complete that Formula One pit stop. If one person tried to do that, how long would that task take? How long do you think that would take if one person did that? But look at the number of people, 3 seconds. So imagine how much easier and faster building your Purium business can be with a team of new, motivated brand partners. That's the magic you're looking for. And if you have been avoiding this, but you're going to not avoid it and you're going to go for it now, drop a 10 in the chat. And the question I have for you is, will you be at you and your new crew be at the VIP enroller lunch at the convention? Because, you know, it's 10 new brand partners by the end of June. Are you going to be there with your new crew? That's going to help you grow your business bigger than ever and faster. So that is the end of the presentation. I'm going to stop the screen share now, and so I can see everybody. Okay, it's so great to see all of you because I couldn't see anyone and it was killing me. But thank you all so much for being here. I want to look at the chat really quick because I want to see how many 10s there are, and I hope there's a lot. Okay, yes, lots of 10s. Sandy Ramos, you rock, sister. Thank you so much for joining tonight and for sharing with me. And I just am so excited to see what's happening, what's going to continue to happen with your business.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it. So much fun.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you all for being here tonight. And let's do this. Let's go out and find those new excited people. Let's go make some more stories like Michelle, Melissa, Christine, how this has changed their lives, and Sandy, so many others. We owe it to them. Thanks, everyone. Have an awesome evening.